Good afternoon, my name is Ola Tamanova, and I want to thank everybody who joins us at Ukraine Media Center. Ukraine Forum. It's been 10 years of the war, and today is day 484 of the full-scale invasion of our homeland by Russian aggressor. And I traditionally want to thank all the mass media who tell the world the truth about our heroic resistance and about this war. It's been 2 days that the conference for Ukraine recovers is going on in London, and joining us online is Yuriy Ryzhenkov, Chief Executive Officer of Metinvest Group. Mr. Yuriy, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mr. Yuriy, can you please tell us what is now discussed in terms of metallurgical industry? What is on the agenda? Do we know about any negotiations or agreements? Well, today we presented the concept of the green metallurgy within the Recovery of Ukraine program, transformation of metal industry into a decarbonized industry. It's a very good opportunity that emerged unfortunately as a result of the war, but it's still a very interesting opportunity that can bring Ukrainian metal industry to the leading positions in the world. Now the world walks along the track of decarbonization, the green steel, and Ukraine has this opportunity to start it all from the square one and to do the things right from the very beginning. And all the representatives of metal industry, the manufacturers of equipment who were present during this conference, along with the clients, everybody is interested in progress of this industry. There's still a lot of problems in terms of regulations and cost of capital that need to be solved. And first of all, we need to win the war, and only then to start the reconstruction. But I think that the preparatory steps can be made already now, and this is what the participants of the round table have agreed upon. So there is interest in development of our metallurgical industry among our foreign colleagues. All the foreign partners understand that if or when Ukraine becomes a part of European Union, and we become a part of European Union right after the victory, they understand that Ukraine should be reconstructed right away as a integral component of European Union, as the integral component of European manufacturing chains. So they're interested in building on those things, on those deposits of ore that are present in Ukraine, with the people who know how to work and using the renewable power sources, something that can give us an opportunity to become competitive in the European market of green steel. So talking about the perspectives, the directions we're about to start moving in, we understand that it requires quite a significant investments. Are our metallurgical giants ready to move in that direction? Well, our giants were ready even before the war, talking about Metinvest, before the full-scale invasion, even before the 16th of February last year. We presented a strategy which included transformation of the steelworks, steel manufacturers of Metinvest, into the green steel. We were going to build green metallurgy in Mariupol within the next 5 to 7 years. So we were ready to this even before the invasion. We are still ready, and we plan to invest in manufacturing of green steel. Mr. Yuriy, I cannot help but asking about the compensation of damage inflicted on us by the Russians, including the metallurgical industry. We understand that Metinvest has lost 2 big facilities in Mariupol, plus Avdiivka with its chemical facilities. So what are the steps that you're taking in the direction of seeking the compensation? Well, we have documented all the losses that were inflicted upon us, and we submitted relevant complaints to the European Court for Human Rights, and we will sue Russian Federation, and we will enforce the losses from them. We see no other option. Do other companies from Ukraine get engaged in the similar processes? For what I know, for the time being, the SKM group companies are getting involved in these processes, but I don't know about other Ukrainian companies, honestly. Thank you very much for this information, dear colleagues. If we have questions on the floor, please proceed. Vladislav Obuch Ukrinform. Mr. Yuriy, is Ukraine ready in both mental and legislative areas for the green energy, for the green metallurgy? Are the normative regulatory stimuli sufficient to have this cheaper energy for such kind of manufacturing facilities, or it's subject to discussion? Well, I was mentioning it during our conference that the biggest obstacle for us is the obstacle in the legislative area. Our legislative is not yet ready for green metallurgy. We need to work a lot on our regulations so we're able to beat the green metallurgy. What we've heard from the representatives of the government, they understand it and they are ready to work to bring our legislation in compliance, and I hope that it will be done shortly and we will get those regulatory solutions that will allow us to build this green metallurgy. Mr. Yuriy, but apart from legislation, what are the other challenges that we're facing on this track? Well, we're definitely about to face that challenge with the people, because now a lot of people are in the ranks of our defense forces, of the armed forces of Ukraine, and there will be a lack of personnel in the industry, but eventually after the victory all of them come back. And second, there's a lot of people who went abroad. We will have to bring all of our citizens back for their recovery projects in Ukraine, and it will be yet another challenge that we will be facing, a task we will have to fulfill. And obviously, apart from the legislation problem, we will need to solve the problem with the cost of capital. For the time being, the cost of capital is too high in Ukraine. We cannot make any long-term investments given this cost of capital, and we have to work with the government and the financial institutions to solve this problem. Thank you very much for joining our broadcast. I'm reminding you, dear colleagues, joining us was Yuriy Ryzhenkov, Chief Executive Officer of Metinvest Group. Thank you for joining our broadcast. We want to thank our armed forces for this opportunity to have events like this, and our team is preparing the schedule for tomorrow, so stay tuned. Thank our armed forces and glory to Ukraine.